Are you sick of missing mantras? You want to deal high damage, but sometimes you just don't know when to pull out that combo piece. Well, follow me and I'll show you how to deal actual damage with my highest damage build in Deepwoken. What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today we'll be going over my one-shot combo Azure Flame build. You all seem to enjoy that video where I went over Grim and how overpowered it can be, but this build performs extremely well consistently. All you gotta be is patient with your mantras. Right off the bat, my drip is all over the place, but I guess some people think it's cool. I'm not too happy with the color choices, but you know, we ball. Vesperian was my first pick for that extra damage resistance, and I found some pretty cool Demon Slayer Gyu hair, so check that out. The original purpose of this build was for a competitive advantage, and my colors reflect that. I'm playing an Azure Flame Dawnwalker while using blue colors, and that's not fair. Especially with Fist, you cannot tell what I'm doing when there's like a million particles on screen. To make things even worse, I also use a Stench Alchemist hat to hide my M1s, but that's a little bit too sweaty for me. You might be wondering what type of build this is, and trust me, you'll be surprised. I consider this build a mantra mage character because I am so reliant on mantras. Despite my stats being all over the place, this build is a mage build. Of course, for any viable build, you should be using the Shrine of Order, and I beelined my build straight for 100 strength to obtain Collapsed Lung. Basically, this build is a mantra mage, can spam, but we want to confirm combos and get free damage. Right now, Fist is extremely broken because if you're good, you win parry trades. You want players to attack and then defend against you because Fist just swings too damn fast. You can either keep on swinging through anything or parry then immediately crit. And hey, if they get block broken, everything right after is 100% confirmed. If somebody is block broken, this is not a ragdoll cancel. Collapse Lung will disallow venting while they're already in hit stun, and everything you do right after is free damage. Maybe you've seen these clips, but yes, this combo will work 100% of the time. If you're wondering why I deal so much damage, let's go over it. My build definitely does a lot of mantra pen, but it's not the maximum amount that somebody could do. Right off the bat, Songchan increases all mantra scaling by 25% if I have 5 points, and I get bonus 25% mantra pen with 5 of these points. Yeah, you could go 6 Songchants, but I wanted to get an extra point towards my venting, so I made that choice. 25% pen is added on top of our Prophet's Cloak, maxing out our mantra pen at 50%. From this, we uncap all our pen using Million Ton Piercer, which ironically is better than Ether Overdrive, and we get a bonus 5% pen from that talent. That's 55% mantra pen, which isn't too crazy, but we also get 25% more scaling on our moves. For some unknown reason, Million Ton Piercer uncaps all pen, while Ether Overdrive, the intelligence counterpart, only uncaps mantra pen. It's very weird, and I tested this damage with the testing place, and yes, Piercer is a little bit stronger stat-wise, and you get good strength talents by just going this attribute. Anyway, to add on top, Grim increases the damage taken by our target by about 20%, and their posture damage goes up by about 50%. For even more combat advantage, you can do what I try to do and hold on to your mantras until you have your Grim. If you save your mantras and block break when you know Grim will proc, you can do some pretty damaging combos. At least on this build, I use a couple. The most basic mantra confirms that's super easy with a Fist is of course M1 into Fireforge, and if your M1 hits, so will Fireforge, but you gotta be quick. This is confirmed damage, burning the enemy, gaining flame stacks, and it's very easy to do. Now, another combo that may be a little bit more risky is Ash Slam into Radiant Kick. If your Ash Slam hits and knocks back, Radiant Kick will also hit 100% of the time. Of course, if you hit Ash Slam, you must immediately Radiant Kick while holding W, don't hold back, for another 100% true combo. It's time for the Demon Time combos. We combine both of these interactions into a guard break, and when this happens, it's gonna get crazy. If I slam somebody's block, I will immediately Spine Cutter behind them to extend our stun and deal extra damage. Now, if you want to maximize damage, you can Spine Cutter M1 into Fireforge, into Ash Slam, into Radiant Kick, and that's your 100% unavoidable damage. That's like 50% or 60% of somebody's HP if you have Grim and they cannot vent. Sometimes though, if you're not quick enough or it's laggy, it's hard to pull off that Fireforge, so when in doubt, Spine Cutter M1 into Ash Slam and Radiant Kick. I usually run a Wayward Gem to follow up this combo with a Burning Servant or Radiant Dom, and these are not confirmed, but sometimes you're lucky and they hit. These combos I showed you are confirmed and you cannot miss them if done correctly, but feel free to explore even more with this setup. Now, the other moves are much like other mage builds where I can spam them to deal good damage. First off, Radiant Dawn isn't all that insane, but if it hits, you're good to go. This mantra is very difficult to punish, but it can be defended against. I also think it's a great option to avoid damage and drop on other players. Fire Palm is another one of my follow-up moves that can deal extended explosion pressure after a flourish, and it's not my favorite option, but it heals extremely well and it's very easy to throw out, so yeah, pick up Fire Palm. Flame Leap is much of the same. I don't enjoy using this, but players have shown me the full power of the reverse flame flamely, but for me it's a little bit janky. I often use this like Radiant Dawn to approach players and scare them when they back away. It doesn't deal crazy damage, but anything with this build will be good cause I have so much Mantra Pen. Now the absolute best, most nonsense move I have has got to be Flame Assault. Just like all the other mantras, I can dodge damage with this, approach players from afar, and throw this out randomly for huge success. With my crazy hitbox and good damage, this is doing like half a bar to players who don't block, and it's crazy strong. Anyway, that's a quick glimpse into my confirmed combos and mantra options. Now check out my full talent list. Now that we're done, here's some fights that highlight the full strength of this build. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. It's my first time really making a super viable PvP build, and huge thanks to my friend Koro who helped me craft this up, and more builds on the way, so stick around if you enjoyed. Have a good one, and it's punchin' time.